One side of my face is affordable, one side of my face is high-end. Can you guess which one is which? Girl, you are about to be shocked. Before we get into it, make sure you subscribe. I upload every single freaking Friday. And if you want to save money in 2026, girl, hit that subscribe button. We're starting off with primer, and I'm gonna put the affordable one on this side and the high-end version on this side. I think you guys can probably guess what two primers I'm going to compare because it is so viral for the fact that they are so similar, but it's Milk versus e.l.f. I actually like e.l.f. way better, as you can tell. I've used this a lot. The Milk one, I just don't really touch because it's so expensive, and the grip is there, but girl, the grip in e.l.f. I think is definitely stronger than Milk. These look exactly the same. The only difference is e.l.f. is a little bit more blue and Milk is more green. Literally just putting them side by side, the e.l.f. one does feel stickier. So I'm not just making that up. It definitely has more of a tacky grip. When I use a sticky, grippy primer, I do like to fan it down just so it can really get that stick. Let's compare actually. e.l.f. Milk. Bitch, it's the same thing. There are a lot of very similar foundations, but today I'm actually going to use one that I don't really see a lot of people talk about, and that is the Fenty stick and the Milani stick. I honestly really like both of these, and the Milani one is a really good quality for being so affordable, and I feel like it's hard to make a good high quality stick foundation. Another thing I love about this Milani foundation is it is so lightweight. A lot of times stick foundations can feel kind of heavy, but I feel like this one really just feels like a second skin. It's glowy, it's dewy, it is so freaking beautiful. I cannot believe that this is a drugstore foundation. Fenty on this side. I do think this is super creamy. It blends very easily, but I think the Milani side is actually a little bit more dewy. The shade match is a little off. This is a little bit too light for me, but the skin looks so good. In terms of formula, they look and feel so similar. I think the Fenty one is a little bit more matte and the Milani one is definitely more dewy, but you can't go wrong with either. These are both such good foundation sticks. We need to cover up these bags, girl. And let me tell you, it's because of these Lumify eye drops. I talked about these in my other video and I was like, maybe I was just tired. Maybe I should give them a second chance. I didn't use these for like a week. I used them 2 days ago. Girl, I never get discoloration underneath my eyes. I have discoloration and my eyes feel so dry. It feels like I need to put lubricant in my freaking eyes. They are so dry. I just want to keep them closed. The only thing that makes it feel better right now is eye patches and concealer, girl, so let's get into it. I absolutely love the Verse concealer. I feel like this is another product that people don't really know about or they just don't talk about it. It is so good. I feel like it's definitely full coverage, but super lightweight. Verse is a skincare company first before they release makeup, so I feel like they just know what they're doing. And just like that, it looks like I had 10 hours of sleep, girl. The concealer is concealing. The ABH concealer went viral, I think, last year, and I did really like this, and it was my favorite for a long time, but then I tried Natasha Denona, and girl, nothing beats that. Let's be real. That is my go-to holy grail concealer, and honestly, I really have not touched this since trying Natasha. This is very thick, it's very creamy, and it's definitely a full coverage concealer. You do not need a lot of this product at all. I forgot how freaking gorgeous this concealer is. It's not super matte, which I really like. It's more of a dewy, creamy concealer, but both of these are super pretty. I think if you want more full coverage, definitely get ABH, but the Verse is a really good affordable option. Moving on to bronzer, we have the Too Faced bronzer. Girl, this literally, people are not lying when they tell you this smells like chocolate covered oranges. I straight up just want to eat it, and it's a really good bronzer. I'm not even gonna lie, this is definitely worth the splurge. For the affordable side, I have the Catrice Sun Melted Bronzer. Girl, I can't even show you this. It's nasty. The amount of times I've used this. There's hair in there, there's toothpaste in there, there's candy in there. I have used this way too much. I definitely wouldn't consider this a dupe for the Too Faced bronzer. It's just a really good affordable bronzer. It's perfect. It's so easy to use if you're new to cream bronzer. It truly just melts into your skin. It doesn't pull orange. It's not overly pigmented. It doesn't look muddy. It is the perfect affordable bronzer. Absolutely love. This is an amazing cream bronzer. I feel like if you have this bronzer, you don't even need a high-end bronzer, but I could say that for all these products, let's be real. Shit, bitch, there's hair in this one too. Girl, it gets nasty up in here. This is a very pigmented bronzer, so I always like to put it on my brush instead of swiping it directly on my face. I feel like you just have so much more control that way, and it's way easier to add more product than take away product. Ooh, definitely start with a little bit. Look how beautiful that is though. And it really did melt into my cheek as well. And it's just so easy to use, and it's not orange. I feel like these actually are pretty similar. I can smell it when I get to my nose. And it just makes me want to eat it. Okay, girl, be for real. Can you tell which side is high-end and which one's not? Girl, I don't think you can. It looks so similar. I actually feel like the affordable side is looking better. This is why you have to follow me, girl. Because in this economy, girl, we gotta save our money. So make sure you subscribe. But holy shit, my flyaways are fucking crazy, girl. Oh my god. Look at my hair. You bitches weren't gonna tell me my hair looks like this? And I don't have my little flyaway stick with me, so we're having crazy hair this video, girl. The hair's gonna look crazy. Girl, tell me these are not the same exact freaking thing. Bitch, what? These literally look so similar, except this Charlotte Tilbury is matte. But other than that, the shades, what the hell is going on? You know, I will say I think Charlotte Tilbury is one of the most overrated brands. I said what I said, and I've said it multiple times. I have never tried a Charlotte Tilbury product that made me go, oh my god, I can only have this. There is nothing like this. Every time I try something, I actually think, girl, I literally have 5 of the same other things. Let's try these two. Charlotte Tilbury, you got some explaining to do, girl. What the hell? Even the tips and the packaging is the same. I feel like I am in a simulation. Pink, please, dear God, have it. Yes. Powder. Okay, we need one size. It's looking up. It's looking up. What the hell's going on? And the thing is, Charlotte Tilbury is so much more expensive, and this does not feel luxurious. If you're gonna price this double, girl, the packaging better be extravagant. I better be blown away. This feels like the same amount of money that this is. There's nothing crazy. Nothing's blowing me away. This is giving affordable. This is Milani. This is Charlotte Tilbury. Oh, what? Oh my god, if I see any of you bitches buying Charlotte Tilbury, I'm coming for you because one is a little bit pinker. A little bit pinker. There, you cannot tell. When these are on the cheeks, I bet you will not be able to tell. Milani on this side. Very glowy, very dewy, very pink. Very gorgeous, honey. Why is this not kept in my favorite store, girl? I feel like you could wear this every day. Charlotte Tilbury on this side. I'm gonna add a little more. I feel like that kind of just low-key disappeared. Ooh, now we might have added too much. Holy shit. The other thing that I don't like about these Charlotte Tilbury blush sticks is you have to twist this to get the product out. But if you accidentally use too much product and you close it, now you have all of this product on the tip and you know it's just gonna ooze everywhere. But there's not really much I can do about it. I mean, I could wipe it off, but I feel like that's wasting product. So I don't really like how the packaging is on this. Charlotte Tilbury is a little pinkier compared to Milani, but girl, let's be real, you can't tell. You cannot tell. If I was out in public, you would not be like,
oh my god, one cheek is Milani, the other one is Charlotte Tilbury.
Bitch, no, you wouldn't. For powder, we're doing my absolute freaking favorite at the drugstore right now, and that is the L'Oreal Blurfection. This is the best affordable setting powder I have ever tried. Hands down, there is not one that beats this. A lot of people complain about the price because you're not really getting a lot of product for the amount of money that this is, but a lot of people can't spend $40 on a setting powder. Some people can only afford a specific amount, and I really like that the drugstore has those types of options for people. My only complaint about this powder is, girl, it is so freaking hard to get this out. Somehow they need to make better packaging because, bitch, you gotta slap it. You gotta whack it to the side. You gotta work for that powder, honey. I just did all of that and only this amount came out. Girl, that's criminal. We need better packaging. I will say you definitely don't need a lot of this powder though. It really does make your under eyes look flawless. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't cling to anything or oxidize. It is truly such a good powder. I'm gonna use this to set this half of my face as well. Look at the blur. Are you kidding? For the high-end side, we are going to use Huda Beauty. I have loved this powder for so long. It has definitely been a staple that I have used religiously, but I will say I do think it's a little bit more drying, and I have noticed that my under eyes do feel a little tighter and a little drier when I use this. Maybe it's because I moved to Colorado, so it is very dry here, and I just can't be using this. In Florida, it was no issue, honey, because it was humid as shit. But if you are drier, if you have drier under eyes, if you're in a drier climate, you might not love this. I definitely would suggest to go in with a light hand. This also has a fragrance to it, so if you are sensitive to fragrance, girl, you're gonna smell this one. Some people love it, some people hate it. I don't really mind it at all, but it's definitely there. And I don't know why, but there's a little spot right here that's darker. That's so weird. I don't have it on this side at all. So I don't know if that's the powder clinging to something, but that does look weird. We need to set these creams, so I'm going to go in with my favorite affordable bronzer, and that is the Essence bronzer. This was released like 2 weeks ago, and I have not been able to put this down. It is hands down my current favorite affordable bronzer. For the high-end side, I am going to use Makeup by Mario. Girl, we've hit pan. That is crazy. That does not happen. Do you know how many bronzers and products I try to hit pan? Girl, that's unbelievable. You know I like it. Essence on this side, just very lightly to set that cream. This is so pigmented, girl, you do not need a lot of this. Gorgeous, beautiful, airbrushed, such a good powdered bronzer. I'm also gonna put a little bit on my nose. This also smells really good. It smells like I'm tanning on the beach in Florida. Oh, it smells so good. Makeup by Mario on this side. This is the same brush, but I have duplicates of this brush, so I'm not using the same one that I used for Essence. This is also very pigmented. You do not need a lot of this. For blush, I'm going to use the Milani Baked Blush. These have been around forever, but this is reformulated, and I personally think this reformulation is so good. It's very dewy, very glowy. For the high-end side, I'm going to use my favorite high-end blush of all time, and that is the Hourglass Baked Blush. Girl, again, I hit pan. That's crazy. You know I love this. 9 out of 10 times, this is what I'm wearing. If you look at my videos and you want to know what the blush combo is, girl, this is it. I could easily go so crazy with this blush. Like, I need to chill. I need to put a very little amount on. If you want a glowy cheek instead of a flat matte blush, these Milani Baked blushes, girl, you could skip the highlighter. These are so glowy. Hourglass on this side, my favorite blush of all time. They do kind of look similar. Is that not the perfect pink? I feel like these are similar, but they're definitely not identical. I think the Milani one has more of like a glittery glow, whereas the Hourglass one is more like a subtle glow. For highlighter, I'm putting e.l.f. on this side and Rare Beauty on this side. I think e.l.f. might have gotten a little inspiration from Rare Beauty because the packaging, girl, it's very similar. e.l.f. on this side. Ooh. Girl, you barely need any. That is very, very intense. Wow. I don't think they have a pink shade in this. I need a pink shade. Rare Beauty. I do think the Rare Beauty side is a little bit more intense. And I think the e.l.f. side is intense too, but you have to build the e.l.f. one up a little bit more to get this look. But let's be real, girl, they are very similar. For brows, I'm going to fill in my brows a little bit. I'm going to use the NYX brow pencil on this side and the Patrick top pencil on this side. You do not need to spend your money on high-end brow products. Plain and simple, NYX, I feel like is just superior. I have tried so many brow products and I always go back to NYX. These are literally the same thing. For affordable mascara, I'm going to use Lash Paradise and I'm going to use YSL for the high-end version. This mascara is dry as shit. It's so old, but girl, it still works. I feel like there's really no reason to spend high-end money on mascara. Am I the only one that thinks that? I mean, you use this every single day, multiple coats. You just go through a tube of mascara so quickly. Why spend $30+ on it? I know I said the Charlotte Tilbury dupe was the best one I've seen, but girl, I think this is better. This is Makeup Forever, and this is e.l.f. Girl, e.l.f. is $3. $3? I think Makeup Forever is $26. Girl, tell me the difference. These are so similar, and this is the only dupe I have ever found for Makeup Forever and Endless Cacao. e.l.f. on this side. Definitely cool toned. So girl, if this is not your vibe, I get it. Makeup Forever on this side. Very similar.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Makeup Forever, you have some explain. This is too similar. For lipstick, I'm gonna put L'Oreal and Ferris Nude on this side and Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk on this side. This is definitely a little pinkier, but it's pretty hard to tell. This is officially a full face of affordable makeup versus high-end luxury makeup. Girl, I knew this was gonna be good because I'm always on the hunt for affordable makeup that performs like high-end, but holy shit, I did not think it was going to be so similar. It is hard to tell the difference. I really think the affordable side looks better, and it's gonna last just as long. Affordable drugstore makeup is really stepping up their game. I feel like there is really no reason to spend your money on high-end makeup unless you want to buy the brand name. That is it. If you are going to get any two products from this video, I really think the reason my skin looks so smooth is because of this Milani foundation and the L'Oreal powder. This combo, girl, it's chef's kiss. The high-end side still looks really freaking good, but you just cannot deny that this affordable side is insane. Comment below and let me know what you guys think. Did you think it was gonna turn out this good? Did you really think affordable makeup could go up against high-end? Are you just as shocked as me? I need to know. If you loved this video, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on my notifications. I upload every single freaking Friday. So girl, I will see you in my next one.